Familiar faces, unfamiliar places. Welcome back to a Film is Art video. It's your boy, the one and only, the true leader, Dalen. Because I already want to be on some other ish to keep it PG. He gonna be on some other ish. He rapping, he trying to perform on shows and stuff. He ain't no real leader. He's we ain't worried about him no more. Y'all know me, I'm taking it over. So now to get this draft season off started right, we're gonna start off with CB1, Jermod McCoy. Like I said, we breaking down CB1 and Jermod McCoy. Obviously, we got to start off with a good game against Alabama. Here on this rep, clearly he shows the capability to be able to use the sideline. We all know Ryan Williams is fast. He's going to try to use his speed to get on top of the cornerback to run by. But obviously, McCoy has the length and the physicality to keep him at bay, while also having the speed to literally be able to turn and run with him. It's just a fantastic rep here. Literally press and then squeeze, because we all know college teams try to attack those sidelines because, again, they have wider sidelines, wider hashes. So obviously having that ability to be able to squeeze down a route, and Williams has like 30 yards to work with is honestly kind of very, very impressive. Again, another top college football receiver. This time we got Mr. College Football himself and Jeremiah Smith. Again, another fantastic rep. Smith tries to run it out and up. McCoy finds him, turns, and then head towards the ball, and again uses a squeeze technique, pins him on the boundary, make it a tougher throw on the quarterback. I mean, there's just nothing more to say. Just with McCoy, again, his ability to turn and run with literally anybody. We've seen him just turn and run with two different type of receivers: a slimmer, fast receiver with Williams, and a bigger, fast receiver in Smith, while also maintaining the physicality to keep up with those. Dudes. Again, another rep, just him being able to turn and run. Doesn't get a jam, but again, able to turn and run, keep his hand on his hip, feel out his break, and feels the stop. It's a pretty good rep. Right here, we got ourselves again, that's just what Jeremiah Smith does, though. He kills everybody. We got to show the bad reps too, or at least not the bad reps. I wouldn't consider this a bad rep. We got to show the not so good reps. But that's just what Jeremiah Smith do. Get on top, but again, tough throw. Make it a tough throw. As long as we make it a tough throw, we good. Again, McCoy here, filling out the comeback route. Kind of one thing he might do on occasion, he won't get a jam necessarily consistently. I don't know if that's necessarily something that Tennessee teaches, but he will not get a jam at times, and he'll kind of just turn and run. Again, could be schematically, but you'd like to see him use his length and physicality to actually jam people, throw off the timing on a consistent basis. On this rep, this is them running what looks like to be a cover 2. Yeah, it looks to be like a simple cover 2, maybe a match 3, running a match 3, and yeah, just not really getting a good, jam and rework, just a miscommunication. I guess, Tennessee secondary got to decide who they're passing off and who's matching, who's passing off. On that one, I would like to see McCoy actually take that vertical route of number 2, and that the nickel take the inside of Ryan Williams. Here, again, kind of a zone covered scheme. See him pointing out, communicating. Just a bubble. Just a bubble pump. Again, nothing really that McCoy could do there. Literally nothing he could really do there. Plays it as best as he can. Reads it. Honestly, the fact that he even plays this from how far he is very fantastic, because if they're able to get that with a better ball and he's one-on-one with the safety, makes him miss, that's a touchdown. But again, just showing that pursuit, showing all of that really that's good, and that's key. Here we got us another Ryan Williams rep. Ooh, see right there, Ryan Williams gets him off with a diamond release. Obviously jabs hard outside, goes back inside, and that's where I say McCoy needs to do a better job of being patient, because he has the athletic ability to keep up with anybody. He needs to do a better job of actually being patient, using that inside hand to actually jam Ryan Williams and not be so worried to turn and run because you have the speed and athletic ability to keep up with anybody. Use your length, bump them, throw off the timing. Here, I mean, tough play for McCoy to make based on his leverage, outside leverage against a drag. Jeremiah Smith's gonna outrun or run away from everybody and anybody. Right here, again, this better rep utilizes his safety help on the inside and is able to play on the outside leverage of that curl. You'll love to see it a little smoother, and obviously neither of them kind of fall, but at the same time, a win's a win. We take all the wins around here as a DB because on the next level they give the receivers and the offense everything. So as defense, we gotta take everything we can get, unfortunately. Next clip here, Jeremiah Smith. Again, doing Jeremiah Smith things. I mean, play as best he can. Tennessee comes out in what looks to be they show 2, come out in cover 3, and then Jeremiah Smith kind of just he does what he normally does. Just beat the best player, beat anybody in front of him regardless. Jeremiah Smith basically these past 2 years is like Jamar Chase of 2019. If you see a clip and it's a bad corner rep against Jeremiah Smith, brother, we're gonna throw it out. No, we're obviously not gonna throw it out here, but I mean at this point we can't fault him against him. Jeremiah Smith kills dang near everybody, but still good rep by McCoy. So squeeze everything. I do like his sideline work. As a DB, you are taught to make sure that you utilize the sideline as your friend. Again, just good throw right there though. But as a DB, you're taught to use the sideline as your friend and use the sideline as best as you can. Our advantage as DB is we have 13 defenders. The 2 extra defenders obviously being sidelines. Again, college, it's harder to use the sidelines just because, again, of how wide everything is. A lot of teams will use wide splits and everything, and obviously depending on what the defensive schemes and things are, you're probably going to see a lot of like wide splits, and then they try to utilize the inside, and you got a DB kind of in hell because he literally has to protect the inside while also trying to protect vertical. It's rough, but hey, it happens. We got us a tackling clip. We have us a tackling clip as well because we care about tackling. No, I don't. I never care about tackling. We're not ever going to care about tackling here because it's DBs. We get paid to cover. We don't get paid to tackle unless you're a safety. If you're a safety, then yes, you get paid to tackle. As a corner, we're here to lock down Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lambs, George Pickens. We're here to lock up the best guys. Everybody else, y'all worry about tackling. Y'all want me to turn and run with Tyreek Hill, but y'all want me to try to tackle Derrick Henry. No, get out of my face. We're not doing that. You got to pick one or the other. But again, another good rep here. Drives on the corner, makes it a tough throw. Ends up being an incomplete pass. Yeah, just make it a tough throw, basically. As a DB, you're always taught to make everything a tough throw. And, make everything a tough throw because the only thing that can really beat you as a DB is a tough throw. Don't let the receiver beat you. Make the throw beat you. Remember, wow, that is yeesh, Milrow. Jesus Christ. Well, we should show this during the Milrow tape because, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, awful decision there. Just throw it away, but sure. Obviously, we got to end off on the clip that obviously shows why this dude is CB1 and just perfect utilization of his length to be able to keep Ryan Williams at bay from beating him with, again, an outside release. Stacks him, keeps on top of keeps on top of the receiver, and then basically Williams gives up on the route. But guess who doesn't give up? McCoy doesn't. And you turning your head back early and being able to feel it out, that's what gets you a reward, gets you a pick. Should have been 6, but we all know embarrassingly that Milrow just decides to come in and kind of ruin the fun. But shout out to Jalen Milrow for not giving up on that play though. But unfortunately getting hawked down is Very embarrassing as a DB. You're not supposed to get hawked down by anybody, but hey, sometimes it happens to the best of us. Sometimes it happens to the best of us. Jesus. Getting hawked down is ugly. And that is going to conclude the film session on Tennessee cornerback CB1, 6'2", roughly 200-pound, Jermod McCoy. Unfortunately, this season he didn't play due to suffering an ACL injury. So everything's still up in the air for him overall in terms of where he is athletically, since that was a big part of his strengths. Athleticism, the length, just being able to turn and run with everybody. Hopefully during the combine, we'll see that he's healthy. Like I said, I have a round 1 grade on him, but we could easily see like a Will Johnson type of slide where he maybe goes middle day 2. I confidently feel like he's CB2 and I have a round 1 grade on him. Make sure y'all like, comment, share. We back, we running it up. And next video, we got Cam breaking down David Bailey. All right, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.